You are now listening to the Shovanist Pigs podcast, featuring thoughts and opinions about sports, music, women, politics, Chicago, and random chauvinistic shit. From the minds of Big Crown, Rollo, Shy Guy 705, and Old Man Logan. Kick back and listen.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Shovanist Pigs podcast. This is episode 59. Happy Boogie Day.
You about to dig into your rooms now?
Hey, you know, but I had a freestyle. Get a 16 going real quick. There you go. Go on, figure it out with it, brother. Go on, figure it out with it.
Get into your topic.
All right, man. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's a Friday evening. We checking in.
It's Friday night, nigga.
Friday night, whatever. I'm just trying to, keep it in the vein of Big C. Big C is not here tonight. He had to go handle some business down south with the fam. Big C, hold your head. So the boys is in here. Rollo, Shy Guy 705. What's going on, man?
Shit, man.
Explain yourself, Drew. You was not here last week.
You was noticeably absent last week.
Life.
Life happened?
Yeah, man. Life.
Tell the truth, though, nigga. Don't life me, nigga.
I just life you, nigga. Life.
That's all you.
What you gotta take? You gotta take somebody to the clinic.
Yeah, man.
Lil Rosie gonna have a Lil Rosita.
And that Plan B pill didn't work. Nigga got to go to a witch doctor.
Nigga, I used to Plan B in so long.
Nigga put some rosemary on her stomach.
Stupid. All right. Well, we got a guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My man, go ahead.
Yep. Jason. Cause for the culture.
Cause for the culture. You guys may know him more. The most popular trivia game they have out right now is the Martin Trivia Game, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just found out that me and this man went to school together, grammar school.
That's crazy.
Crazy how that shit works.
I'm surprised you remember, like, when we was...
Yeah, I was looking, and we've been talking on Twitter for a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't resonate until we was actually sitting right here, and I just kept having to look at you, and it was
Did you gaze in that nigga's eyes?
Pause, man. Pause.
Yeah, we was in the other room for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we was in there. We was just in there
you sat
politicking.
down.
We was waiting on the other show, ENA show, and
That nigga eyes
just happened to
like,
sit down and was like, man, this guy. That's why I asked him, like, man, born and raised from here.
Yeah.
fucking Reunited came on, nigga.
Damn, man,
Shit,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, thank you for being a guest. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you for having me, man. It's been a minute.
Yes, sir.
We've been talking about trying to make this happen.
Yeah.
For a couple months now, it seemed like, anyway.
Yeah, but we got it going. So that's all that matters.
Let's go.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get into some topics. All right. Did anybody, because I don't know anybody that watched it, but did anybody watch the Academy Awards? This was it Sunday?
It was this past Sunday.
Past Sunday?
Yeah.
Did you watch it, Jay?
No, I didn't watch it. I was out of town.
You was out of town?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Shy Guy, did you watch it?
First, let's
Look, your name is Shy Guy. Shy Guy 705.
That's Twitter.
Mr. Andretti put pedal to the floor. Whatever. See, that's the sound from the Most High. Watch yourself, brother. Watch yourself. Rollo Jenkins, did you happen to watch it?
First off, you got to remember who your crowd and your audience is, nigga. None of us watch that white ass show.
Hey, that's why it's two awards. It is two awards I referenced when I made this big ass list of the winners. I circled them and I literally said, all right, the only ones niggas gonna care about is Jordan Peele winning it. And he won for, drum roll, Get Out, of course. That was the original screenplay he won for.
What else we win?
What award?
What you mean, what award?
No, what was the award?
The Oscar. Academy Award, excuse me.
No, I know that, but what was the category?
Best screenplay.
Okay.
Yeah, best screenplay. He was up against some movies called 3 Billboards Outside, Ebbing, Missouri, The Big Sick, Lady Bird, and The Shape of Water. The Shape of Water was killing the Academy Awards this week for some reason.
You watched that shit, didn't you?
No, just from all the other podcasts I listened to, that was like the big takeaway and shit.
That was the new La La Land.
That was the new La La Land?
Like every year is one movie that usually sweeps. So last year was La La Land. I think a couple of years ago it was
Slumdog Millionaire. It was Mad Max. No, is it Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah.
That was one year. That was a big one.
And one
That's
year
a good ass movie though.
It was good. Even though that nigga had like 8 words.
Like, right, he did not talk at all. I was just
like Greg. That's not Greg Hardy. I think that's
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, bang. Bane. Nigga that played Bane.
Right. Most popular for Bane, definitely.
He really didn't have any, like, the words the whole fucking movie.
So I was kind of confused from that movie. I was like, is he the star or is Charlize Theron the star? Because, like, she had way more lines than he did. Like you said, he only had, like, 8 words.
He was about kicking ass.
He was kicking ass to your name. Yeah. And the other black award that we care about, you know what I'm saying, because we didn't care about the rest, it was for an animated short. And your boy, man, Kobe Bryant, did basketball.
We didn't care about that.
There was a lot of controversy going on because
that we didn't care. I think that the point of it was, like, with the whole Me Too movement, is like, oh, they give an award to Kobe.
Exactly.
And I'm looking like, but he wasn't. What's the word I want to?
He wasn't accused.
He was accused.
He wasn't charged.
He wasn't charged.
Prosecuted.
Yeah.
He wasn't prosecuted to the extent of the law. It means he beat it.
Yeah.
In the words of R. Kelly, nigga, not guilty, nigga.
Jigga Kelly not guilty.
A little bit of a different look.
Don't speak on it then.
I looked at it like, all right. I thought it was more important because that literally just happened after the LeBron James fiasco with the Fox News reporter when she was like, just shut up and dribble. And then he won after that. So it was just like, all right, shit. He showed you that there's more to him as a human being than him just dribbling the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I looked at it.
So you thought it all went along with that?
I thought it was significant for athletes. Because,
Okay.
you know, we always look at athletes as, and I've been guilty of this in the past, just joking and fucking with people because I like to talk shit.
Mm-hmm.
You just a dumbass jock. Shut up and play football or hoop or whatever.
Whatever that is, yeah.
You know, just shut up and play.
I guess it plays I guess the way Drew explains it has a better point to me now thinking about it, because when the lady was actually speaking about LeBron James, she was like discrediting him, like, oh, you didn't go to college, so you don't have an opinion, you don't have anything other than playing basketball. And Kobe Bryant didn't go to college. He really went from high school straight to the league, and he just created a film.
But in her defense, basketball players are not the only people she told to shut up and do something.
True. That's
you know, like she was telling, I was reading something. She told the Dixie chick, "Shut up and sing."
Yeah.
So So
So that's like her stick. Then.
That's her thing. That's her thing.
Yeah, it wasn't racially.
The whole thing with the Kobe was because it's going through this Me Too process, and you know, like Casey Affleck, he was supposed to be a part of it, but he wasn't a part of it because of this whole thing, even though it was a year late, because he was winning award. He was winning Oscars last year for the movie that he played in. So, you know, they were just saying, like, that's crazy that he would win it when, you know, they trying to get rid of these people or, you know, kind of keep them out the picture right now anyway. So that's why it was like this big surprise that Kobe won when he went through what he went through.
And the shit was literally like 10 years ago.
Yeah. They don't care. I mean, they don't care.
It's longer than that.
Yeah. Like, they don't.
Like 14 years ago.
Yeah. You know.
The nigga's like, he didn't have a pair of shoes yet.
He didn't.
He's currently on his 16th pair.
Yeah. So,
that shit crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so then since y'all didn't watch the Academy Awards, so you definitely don't know about this gentleman named Terry Bryant, who actually stole one of the actresses' award that night.
I heard about that. I heard it was short, man, and was talking about it on the podcast today.
Yeah. This guy, his name is Terry Bryant, and I guess he's a very successful con artist because they were talking about it on Bread and Itties, like you said. Yeah. He got pictures with Beyonce. He done snuck into they, parties and shit.
Yeah.
And they got like super duper security, but he somehow finagled his way into it. But long story short, he was in an Academy Awards party. There was some actress, I can't remember her name right now, but she had her Academy Award on the table. He basically, yoked it. And, he went live on Facebook and he just was like, yeah, I won an Oscar, kissed an Oscar, showing it off, walking around like he actually legit won an Oscar.
And he's a black guy too, and it's like, ain't that many black people winning Oscars? Like, come on, like it was only two.
I know they don't record the entire thing though, right?
Some stuff isn't shown, but
that's what I'm saying. So he could have played it off like that, and I get that aspect of it. But.
And that's how he was trying to play it off, like, oh, I won it for some music soundtrack or some shit like that. But he went live with it. Now, granted, I just told y'all this list I had, and the only two black guys that did win something was Jordan Peele and Kobe Bryant. So them are the only ones that walked off with academies.
Yeah.
But this gentleman, he I guess he said, man, he gonna talk his shit.
So I guess next year y'all expecting Killmonger to get an award.
Why you say that?
Cause y'all niggas is all hype. Like Black Panther did hella numbers. So I guess everybody's expecting next year to be a good sweep for the first Marvel movie to actually get some awards.
They almost hit a bill.
I think they did. I read today they hit it, or maybe they was at 921 million. So. Yeah, but
and it was #1 in China. I think it just debuted in China, so it's definitely about it's
gonna hit the bill.
Yeah, it's gonna hit that billion real soon. But as far as Black Panther winning, maybe for the cinematography, maybe for costume designs, I highly doubt Killmonger gets any kind of award.
It was a good movie, but I don't know if it was Oscar worthy though.
Yeah.
He got a point right here, G. What movie is ever really for Oscars to be this really prestige award?
Yeah.
What's Oscar
worthy? It's usually like a good movie.
So you personally?
To me personally, like I did watch La La Land it's on HBO right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't get it. I get it, like it's a musical, but it wasn't good. Like Slumdog Millionaire, when they won, Slumdog was actually good.
But that's how I felt about Mad Max. Like that was a Fury Road. That was a great movie. You know what I'm saying? But with the hype around Black Panther, people gonna just automatically assume because it was hyped up,
right?
Which I understand that it's gonna be Oscar worthy, but
right.
I mean, it was still it was so much that was seen left out, that I don't think it covered the basis for what they probably deemed.
It's got to walk away with something. I would say maybe soundtrack.
And the climax of the movie, like. I just didn't feel it. Like, at the end of these movies, you feel a certain way. Like, after the fight, like, I didn't really feel like it was something like, man, that I could take away from that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't climactic at the end of the movie. It was just like, oh, well, it's over.
Yeah.
Let's move on. And I think that's super important.
I like that point. Like, that's me what it was, too. Like, it was just I don't want to say run of the mill, but it was just a good Marvel movie.
Yeah, and like with these movies, when you understand the concept of creating movies, having these journeys that that they go through and all of that, like it just didn't seem like he really went through much as being a hero of the movie. So like it's just I don't think it's Oscar worthy. It was a good movie. But
my takeaway from Black Panther was he was the least interesting character in the film.
Yeah, it's an intro movie.
Yeah,
it's an intro movie, but he was the least. Everyone else was so much more like magnetizing and interesting than he was. Anytime your bodyguard is more interested than you it's kind of a problem.
That makes a really good point because even in like Civil War, he was more interested in Civil War.
Yeah,
like he stole the show in Civil War.
He was his own fucking movie.
I was gonna say I think all the supporting cast around is gonna develop him.
Yeah,
because he's still. Shit. I mean, if you look at we all saw the movie. Like you see, he's still growing.
Yeah.
So I think as the role expands and if he gets more movies, you will see him develop as a character.
That too, and I guess we'll see more once Infinity War hits.
We'll see what he'll be in Infinity War.
Yeah, because Killmonger in the comics has been reincarnated several times. He comes back to life.
Shorty that he's with, she's.
I read that he was with Storm in the comics.
He's married to Storm in the comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The lady he's with now, she becomes a villain.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole bunch of shit that goes on.
And it's another black hero we'll probably see in the sequel. His name is Voodoo Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an anti-hero type thing.
He is kind of anti-hero type of thing, but he's with Black Panther, so
they'll probably introduce him in the next one. My daughter and them had like a Black History performance at their school, and like one of the teachers was like on stage, like if you haven't taken your kids to go see Black Panther, take your kids to go see Black Panther. It's so empowering and all this shit. I'm looking like, bro, that's a Marvel movie.
But I think it's from a visual standpoint, so a relatability factor. Like, there's black superheroes more than the actual going to the movies and watching this. Like, damn. Yeah. That's me, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think the big hoorah was around it. Something that we can relate to.
I get that point, but my point was like, he just did another movie like 4 months earlier.
The Thurgood Marshall. He did the James Brown, the Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
But it just like that. I'm saying like you can take your kids to go see Thurgood Marshall, which is an actual achievable goal in life, compared to a motherfucker dressed in a bulletproof spandex suit.
Yeah, that's true.
But to combat that Thurgood movie got zero promo. That shit was on like late night. You got like a 20-second spot. It was a really good movie though. I didn't see it. I did want to see it, so I definitely gonna try to check it out.
Support. You one of them niggas, G?
No, I'm gonna go support. I'm gonna go support because I seen all his other movies. I even saw that Draft Day movie he in with Kevin Costner.
Who?
Chadwick Boseman.
The Draft Day?
Yeah.
I remember him in...
He's in that.
Oh, wait, that is him.
Yeah.
He was the running back for... Was he the linebacker or the running back for Ohio State or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that's
that is him. That's him. I'm horrible with names and faces, but I know exactly.
He was a little bigger because they had to, I guess, make it believable, him being a linebacker or whatever. But
he had the little nephew and everything.
Yeah.
The niece of the nephew.
Yeah. Okay. I even saw him in there. So I've been supporting Chadwick,
He most definitely is the go-to nigga because they made that dark-skinned nigga a light-skinned nigga.
That's crazy to me. Like, nobody else to do that.
I'm like, Terrence Howard must have been busy doing Empire or some shit.
But did you hear that Denzel Washington is behind him? Like Denzel paid for him to go to film school.
Yeah, him and Ghost.
So he was the chosen one
from Howard. Yeah, him and Ghost. Yeah,
I didn't know he paid for it.
I thought about Ghostface Killer.
No.
So I say this nigga Denzel is into the 36 Chambers.
Hey man. So Chadwick was anointed, man. He was anointed by the king. Like, hey, here, I need you to,
So Denzel's the king?
Denzel is definitely the king of Black Hollywood.
Yeah, he is.
Who's going to challenge him? Who else got the purple herb in Black Hollywood?
I would say, I got one more. I got my man.
But who gave it to him?
What's my nigga with the shit on his face?
Sidney?
Morgan Freeman.
Sidney? Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman's up there.
Yes, yeah.
But we talking about like people coming up though?
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know about nobody Morgan putting up. I know we know now Denzel has put this guy up. He put his son up, you know what I'm saying? Rock putting him up right now, getting his numbers up on Ballers.
I don't think he endorsed him like that yet.
He will, but he making his son earn it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. Not yet.
But you think his son just got the role on Ballers just cause like I'm that good? No,
bro. It's a lot of millionaires and billionaires out here that straight tell people like, hey,
Rock was like, man,
I'm gonna give my fortune to charity. They got to make their own life.
Right. I don't think nothing's wrong with that either, personally.
Shout out to Ricky Jarrett, nigga.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. So that's our Academy Awards talk. Yeah, we're gonna get ready. Go to the next thing.
Y'all niggas racist. Y'all only cover black shit. Yeah.
We just gonna cover the black shit because you know you gotta know
your audience.
You gotta know your audience, man.
Watch this. What one movie of the year?
What one movie of the year?
Yes.
Go back to my list. I don't know shit. I just can't. Shape of Water might have won, to be honest.
I think it was.
I think it did.
I know Gary Oldman got the best performance. I got
a quick question. If y'all
Shape of Water, yeah, that was the winner.
If you was to give a movie an Oscar, what would be your personal favorite movie?
Okay. Current or just period?
Period. Just period. Any movie, any fucking movie. No.
I think my favorite movie got it. I think Godfather got one.
Okay.
House Party?
House Party? I got a question for you on that too. When we get into it.
The first one. Yeah. Coming to it now. Boomerang. Not really. No. Those are some good movies, but they wouldn't definitely.
Hey, Boomerang soundtrack could have won.
Oh, definitely.
They could have won. Man,
I give it the Kendrick soundtrack because I was in Whole Foods the other day and they was selling that shit at the counter. That shit was next to Whole Foods had fucking the Black Panther soundtrack.
Wow.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
It was like right to the checkout, nigga, next to the fucking Cosmo.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not really dirty like that, though.
I'm not saying dirty. It just seemed like Whole Foods. I was in Schaumburg too. I wasn't even like Whole Foods in Hyde Park, nigga. I was in Whole Foods.
You know who support rap?
Schaumburg, nigga.
You know who support rap the most.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep it on theater and movie shit right now.
You ain't pick your Oscar-worthy movie.
Yeah, what's your Oscar-worthy movie?
Nigga, third good. Nigga, I'm keeping it black.
You gonna keep it black?
I'm talking about period.
Just period. You don't have to be current.
In history?
Yes, your personal favorite. That will be Oscar-worthy.
Nigga, paid in full, nigga. My nigga Cameron, best actor.
I thought you was gonna say Cooley High or some shit. This nigga said paid in full.
Paid in full, nigga. Get you some soup. It's gonna be ID.
Who hit you off, Ace?
All right, man. Well, we're gonna move on to the next thing. All right, season 2 of Luke Cage was announced this week. Ron, I know you should be happy because your boys, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, their songs are gonna be the episode titles for this season.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Reminisce, motherfucking CL. What you gonna do?
Yeah, man. Yeah, the season premieres on June 22nd. But yeah, that's what they're gonna name. That's kind of how they did. I think they used was it Tribe last season? They
used Woo.
It was like different ones, right?
Yeah,
because I know you had it was some Gangstar in there too. I think for some of the episode titles. But yeah,
Wu-Tang last time. Yeah, a lot of shit.
He rocking CL Smooth, man. Yeah.
Does he not count? I guess because Black Panther was like a motion picture. They were like, first black hero, blah blah. I know they was like fuck Media Man and shit like that. But like Luke Cage was actually only a year ago prior to the Black Panther coming out, and Luke Cage was pretty big and had. I
was just about to say for a Netflix show and just for a show period, Luke Cage was a pretty big deal. Like the soundtrack, everybody felt like it was an accurate depiction of the character. So I thought the ending was a little weak, the little fight he had at the end of it, but I thought they picked the perfect person to play him. I thought, like I said, it stayed true to the character, and man, I was looking forward to the second season. So now we know.
Make CS call me.
I gotta get the what's called from him and all that. He said Rollo don't know about PR and CL.
It's gonna see P Rock and CL Smooth.
Call your ass
Big C, what's going on, bro?
Call your ass in, man. You know the number.
You see, we got Drew. We got Drew out of the abyss. Yeah.
Out of shit.
Got you out the abyss, nigga.
Whatever, nigga. Stop listening to the fucking Dream.
I ain't listening to Dream. Well, I listen to Dream. I was listening to him earlier. Ironically.
Probably was listening to Bobby Valentino one.
No, I was listening to Bobby Valentino. Bobby Valentino lost points once he allowed himself to be recorded by transgender.
Because you can control
this nigga, right? Big C say he out of data. You know what I'm saying? He only can only use data. This nigga in the woods somewhere, nigga. This nigga the woods.
Right.
That nigga sent that fucking video of him shooting at nothing. I was so confused.
I was very confused. But he was unloading the clip.
What were you shooting at?
He was unloading the clip. See, who was you shooting?
I didn't see any dead animals. I didn't see any fucking targets, nothing. What were you shooting at? Answer me that. I think he responded.
He ain't said nothing yet. He said, Tim, where's the porn? I don't have the porn today, see.
No, this nigga been playing porn all week, though.
That's a shock.
This nigga been having all kinds of pussy on his Twitter, man. You be seeing this nigga Twitter, G?
You be seeing it? Follow him, yeah.
All this nigga put on there is pussy.
I do not put pussy on there. You'll see me like some pussy.
That's you putting it because it comes on my timeline.
It's not my fault. Look, just like he said, he followed me. Y'all follow me. So y'all see me talking to these people. These are people that can now call in. So when y'all see me saying, hey, I got a guest, got a porn guest, y'all know why. Okay? Next topic. Will Smith and son make amazing commitment to Flint, Michigan, all right? I don't know if y'all know, but Jaden Smith actually has a water.
Yeah.
So he's been sending shipments of water to Flint, Michigan with his pops.
Is it alkaline water or is it mineral water?
It's eco-friendly, so I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's not alkaline water because that shit is so expensive.
It really ain't that expensive.
I think it's
I've been seeing bottles that are like $20. So
for what?
Yeah.
For what?
The water, alkaline water.
Yeah.
They ship the spring water.
No, hold on, fuck that. Like the water he sells?
Yeah, I don't know if his water per se is that, but I've seen like GLC water is like $20.
GLC?
Yeah, he got some water.
Gangsta Lil Chris?
Yes.
He's selling them ism pies too. I heard
he's selling ism pies. Yeah, I ain't had the pies.
Ism?
It's called ism.
I heard it's good.
It's called ism, and he got the water. He got alkaline water.
They selling shit about on what street?
It's at some stores. You just got to follow him.
Nigga, that shit got to be on the street.
He be at black-owned stores, so you know that's right up your alley.
Nigga, the streets is black-owned. Nigga, he on 6030.
I mean, he might. Is he from over there, over east?
He be out south a lot.
That's what I'm saying. If he's southeast, then shit, you might run across some of this shit.
Just find him on IG. Like he be on this shit like that, real heavy.
All right. Did y'all hear about this motherfucker Lil Xan? I've never heard of this person in my life.
I thought you said Zane for a minute. Like,
no, not Lil Xan.
Lil
Xan.
I know you're talking about.
He said Tupac music was born.
Yeah. He actually.
How old is
he? He rated it as a 2 or something. He's one of these new age rappers.
How old is
DJ Academics.
Like 18 or something like that.
I don't know how old he
is. If you're between the ages of 16 and 22, okay. Shocker.
Yeah, he did an interview with Revolt, I guess, and they asked him about
he was on Hot 97.
Oh, he was on Hot 97.
Rosenberg, I think.
That was a setup question.
I know Rosenberg was caping for him, but it was a setup question.
They set him up.
He knew what it was.
I don't know why they do that because they did that same thing with Lil Yachty. They asked him about Biggie shit, and he didn't really know about Biggie or Tupac.
Would you expect them to though?
I really don't because it's it's not their
it's
era.
Different though, Ron, because you got to.
It's a whole nother era of music.
The 60s and 70s wasn't my era, but yet I still know about the music.
I was about to say that
because we were taught that
by our parents.
Yeah, and we wanted to go find that shit. You found that shit as an adult yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where you was able to like resonate with the shit.
Yeah.
Like when you was younger, you were just listening to it because you had to.
Shit,
like I didn't understand Anita Baker when I was a kid, but shit
you
now
don't understand the rap shit, nigga?
No, not when I was a kid. But now shit. Brace of Anita Baker, motherfucking Brace of Sade, I cut that on in a heartbeat.
But how can you say that you didn't understand it? Like what it
wasn't introduced.
It wasn't that deep to be like understood. It was still just good music. Good music is good music.
We didn't really have a choice back then either, though. It ain't like we had control of the radio. It wasn't no mom. I want to hit GCI. No, you gonna hit the fuck I'm playing.
But that still will give you a reference to the music of the time period when you were out. So maybe you don't know. Maybe if you were born in like 1990, I don't know. No. What year is this now? Is that 2018?
18.
Damn, time flies. Okay, these niggas about 18. So if you were born in 2000, I guess it is kind of fucked up. Because
that's what I'm about to say.
I think Aaliyah was already dead, nigga. Like you.
Aaliyah was she died in 01. The name.
Was it 01 or was it 02?
01.
Was it 01?
That's right after I started high school.
Damn.
I just started high school.
Yeah.
You started high school. You so fucking young.
Nigga, you 3 years older than me.
Nigga, I got draws older than you, nigga.
I hope so.
I am your OG.
I will hope so. I will hope.
At any rate, believe it or not, Waka Flocka was the first one to say, "Man, we got to ban this nigga for disrespecting Tupac."
Because he gave Tupac. I was texting, but he did give Tupac a 2. That's the person you talking about. Yeah. Somebody gave Tupac a 2.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Which is weird because if anybody would be like more polarizing that you would know about from that generation, it would be Tupac, because there's been several movies made about Tupac. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't made about Tupac, at least he was in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, music is so subjective. We'd be mad that he feels like Tupac's music is boring. Like that's the thing. Like,
because Tupac is he's up there with Mike and Elvis to
me. I look at it like this: if you do something, you usually are a student of it.
Yeah.
So if you are a history major, you don't just.
That's not always the case.
That is the case of everything.
No, that is not the case, because you can do some shit. All right, say you take pictures, and you're not giving a fuck about whoever the biggest photographer is. If you just taking pictures and you just good take pictures, you just got a natural talent. You got a natural talent.
No.
Okay, perfect example. Allen Iverson. You think that nigga studied hoopers on some real shit?
Yes.
No.
He always say, "I'll watch Michael Jordan." Maybe he didn't grow to the height of Michael Jordan to have the same abilities as Michael Jordan.
Much clout as Mike as a rookie.
Not using my clout as a rookie, but let's say like an artist today or artists in general. They will always say, I'm Andy Warhol. I get what you're saying. He's been dead for so long, but it's the history of something that you do.
I don't think Iverson did that. I don't think LeBron.
But I mean, that's something
they all say it. They never say, like, I just picked up a basketball and stopped playing. Everybody who played basketball had an inspiration that led them to playing basketball. When I was a kid, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan. Prior to them, Michael Jordan always said Dr. J. Prior to Dr. J said Connie Hawkins. Nobody does some shit on their own.
But if you study something, does that necessarily mean that you have to like it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could look at something and be like, okay, I have to study this, but it don't really interest me. It don't really move me. And especially with music being subjective, how can we really be mad at that? Because, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't like Tupac. There's people that don't like Jay-Z. There's people that don't like Big. So it's like, we live in this knee-jerk reaction society now where, they looking for reasons to get these new dudes out of here.
But who did he pick?
I ain't see it. Because I ain't like...
You gotta think about it. These motherfuckers, what, 40? 30 plus 40, 50.
But no, okay, but even on the Google side, like even if you want to give Tupac a 2, and I can see that Tupac has been dead the same, probably died the year you were born. I need to see what the rest of the list is to tell me how you view music. Because maybe if you're down south, you might be like, yo, Trick Daddy was out back then. Trick Daddy was the person I listen to. If I'm from Florida, if I'm Chicago, Twista, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die are the cats I listen to, and that was like my local thing.
But see, that's the thing. This guy's from the Bay Area,
so maybe did he put Too Short on his list?
Wait, you gotta think about it.
Is Too Short on his list?
A whole different beats when it comes to music.
Yeah.
But you remember Tupac was out there.
That's what I'm saying. Pac was out there.
They don't consider him.
The Bay respected him though.
I need his list.
I listened to a Ben Staples
and Digital Underground. They came from the Bay. Am I wrong on that or?
A Ben Staples interview earlier today. Actually, he was like, "Man, we love Pac. Q, shit, he been named the whole West Side Connection. He was like, man, half of them niggas not even from Cali. We don't say Tupac from Cali. That nigga from Baltimore. He said Mac 10 was like from fucking Houston or some shit. He said all these niggas that was supposedly West Coast was not even from there. He said they got a whole different ball game when it comes to that West Coast shit. They was like outside of Snoop.
But you got to be in that culture to really, to really understand how they feel.
You don't know. Like them niggas just infiltrated that.
I need to see the rest of this list.
They did, but you know, it was.
I sent y'all earlier, the title shit.
It was some. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast is, you know.
There's a whole different ball game.
But
to get Tupac and 2, I need to see the rest of the list.
I don't know what the rest of his list was
because I'm like, if you're from the Bay Area, okay, Too Short. What does Too Short rank on your list? What does E40 rank on your list? What does
Sebo
rank on your list?
E40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My weaponization, nigga.
Yeah. But you know, I don't really hold it against these young kids though, because you know they're not in music for what them guys was in it for. You know what I'm saying?
What was their parents exposing them to?
And look at what type of music they making.
Yeah.
Like if I'm making like that conscious type of music, then Tupac could be somebody that I'm up there. But
Tupac is my hero.
Like, I mean, you don't even understand half the shit that they saying.
It may not, because what if you just missed this nigga and it was Talib?
But Talib ain't had that kind of impact.
Depends on what you was around. Like you just said, you came up listening.
What's his nigga name?
Anita Baker. It depends on what you were exposed to.
Right, but if you like he said, if you studying something, that's mostly where you gonna take from. You probably didn't even listen to pop or study pop like that. You know what I'm saying? He listening to trap music. That's the type of people he probably grew up on, like Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, and
Lil Wayne,
exactly.
Lil Wayne is their god. Exactly. Like they do start with Lil Wayne and Gucci. Like,
so
that's a good
probably
point.
where he's getting, his inspiration from.
That's true. That's true.
If I ain't no conscious rapper, why the hell am I listening to Talib Kweli?
What if you got a young mother? What if the mother's young?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you. That's some good points. That's some very valid points.
Like when people ask, like, "What's your favorite TV show?" or something, I'm not saying the Cosby Show because it was a little bit before my time. I'm like Martin and Fresh Prince and stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying? So how can you knock that when that's what I grew up on? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
Nigga, you know what a Gordon Guttrell is, nigga.
Nah, well I know what that is. Yeah.
All right, Ron, this should be up your alley. I don't know if you know it now. Did you watch the New Edition movie?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces of it, but you ain't never like full on watched it?
No, what's up?
All right, your boy Bobby Brown getting a story. He, BET is making a Bobby Brown.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you should have been in it personally.
What the fuck? I'm gonna be Bobby, nigga?
You gonna be Bobby, nigga?
I don't want to be no fucking.
You gonna be that unknown, like my man was. That was pop. Nobody knew.
I'm be current Bobby though. I want to be Bobby when he was with Ja Rule doing that motherfucking Thug Love video. Because I know you getting bored.
Yeah.
Dealing with them with the Michael Vick jersey on, nigga.
And the Bobby Brown mouth.
Well, the guy that played Bobby, he's actually reprising his role.
That's why you keep seeing that meme is like, if you gonna play me, nigga, play me.
Yeah, he's playing Bobby.
He said, ain't no fake cocaine, nigga. Get the real shit.
Bobby is wild. He said he fried some chicken and some cocaine before. Like, did y'all read his book?
I heard that.
That nigga's wild.
Project nigga.
That nigga's wild.
That's a project nigga.
But
I have never did cocaine, but I thought about like, man, I wonder what that thing like.
Your boy Mackay Fife, Lorel.
I was once.
Lorel and let me see, Sandy McCree. This is somebody else. Lance Gross is going to be in it, and Liza Alonso. So this is, the cast is growing right now for this Bobby Brown movie.
None of the people other than Real.
You don't know Liza Alonso?
Who the fuck is that?
Lance Gross.
Lance Gross?
What the fuck is that?
He was on the House of Pain.
Nigga, I don't watch shit, nigga.
Lance Gross, the dark-skinned brother. Now he used to be, what was the shorty name?
He was with Eva Pickford.
Yeah, there you go.
He was with her.
Nigga,
Still ain't ringing the bell?
I ain't seen her since she was on
he was in that Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah,
anyway, nigga.
I've never seen a Tyler Perry movie, nigga. You know
your boy they giving your boy his own story. He did. I thought you might, like that right there. So I just think, they could have.
If I gotta pick a nigga in New Edition, I guess that's my favorite character.
I mean, you don't want Ralph Transvent life story. Like,
I do kind of. He was the lead fucking singer.
Ralph was
I want to know why Ralph didn't bust. Like, usually a lead singer can lead a group and be a star.
Because Ralph
nigga is the first nigga in history to be a lead singer.
That didn't
and the other niggas get on other than the lead singer.
He didn't have the charisma.
Fuck that. Think about it. He is the lead singer.
Sensitivity, my G?
Everybody else in the group pop. I mean, literally everybody. BBD, Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill. All these niggas pop. The lead singer didn't pop.
And that's
the lead singer ain't shit without the group, nigga. He supposed to do shit without the group.
But like I said, I agree. It's you think about Bobby Brown charisma.
Yeah.
He had the presence. Like, he just didn't have it. And I mean, I'm guessing, like, back then, that was one of the staples. You had to have
it.
The presence, the look. He probably didn't have
He had the look.
The girls
was light skinned with curly hair.
Nah, the girls was loving Bobby, bro.
No, all the girls loved Brown back in the day.
Not back in the day.
What nobody trying to say?
It's a reason they was calling Bobby the king of R&B,
bro. Because my man, maybe it was because he didn't sound like, I don't know. He made his songs came out too soft. Sensitivity.
He was too soft. Sensitivity was his biggest hit.
Yeah,
and I love Sensitivity, but bro, that's not it.
When was y'all niggas born?
Why?
80s, nigga.
In the 80s.
Oh shit, I was born in the 80s.
Okay, so just because Rough Ends is up your alley, okay?
No more shopping.
Just because that's up your alley.
Somebody love you.
Carl Thomas is your classic, my G.
That's my classic.
You know what I'm saying? Emotional was the shit. Emotional was hard. I ain't trying to discredit it.
That's how you know Drew Young, G. I can't even hear myself no more. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, bro. Keep going.
Right.
That's good. Let's get
Drew, name me one singer from High Five.
Shit, you a good one if you do that. I can't even do that.
A nigga, the lead singer, Tony Thompson?
I don't know that nigga name. This is
not ringing a bell.
Right. He definitely didn't watch the unsung of High Five.
I gotta watch the Silk unsung.
Yeah, he did just put one out. Yeah.
This shit smell like weed. Ain't no paper bags.
No paper bags. No. Yeah, it's on right here. All right. Next topic. All right, we're gonna jump into some sports. Huh?
You know, reach for the papers out, but don't give us one fake.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm gonna get him in a second. Derrick Rose to the Minnesota Timberwolves. What do y'all think about that?
Using up all your job.
Fit.
This nigga using up all his job. Good ink, nigga. That shit got color.
That's a horrible fit for him.
I don't
see in there for the rest of the season.
That's a good because he didn't play the team system before. So he upstairs too.
That's not the same Derrick Rose, though. Yeah, that's the thing. In his mind, he still thinks he's that same player.
Right.
Like, until he realizes he's not that player, he needs to make adjustments to his game.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna keep getting injured. I mean, he needs to be a below the rim type of player, and he don't really want to be that player.
I think it's the opposite.
He lays up now. He don't duck no more.
But he's still.
I think
he try to roll.
He needs to be an Andre Miller type of player.
Damn. You just did something like a year again.
Pick and roll, pull up.
Yeah, man. He that was my main thing. Honestly, I was wondering if Tibbs could get him back in that MVP shape. I personally think he's done, but
I think they had a conversation, and then Derrick Rose came to him like David Ruffin came to Otis. You should never stop being hard on me. That's how it's gonna be. He gonna pick up a Jimmy.
Did he have his first game with him yet? I know they had a game against Boston last night. They lost that game.
Damn, nigga, how you struggling? Pop the shit up.
Look, man, I'm trying to do it away from the mic. Okay, watch yourself. All right, crazy. Talk about Derrick Rose, nigga. That's the topic, not me opening this bottle.
You struggling? Though.
I'm not struggling.
I mean, they got a decent backup in Tyus Jones. Like, I don't see, like, when T went out, like, he might start though. Who? Derrick Rose?
Maybe.
Hell no. Hell no.
You never know.
I mean,
you never know.
But it ain't the same Derrick Rose, so just the Timberwolves now. So
man,
right, we getting the Timberwolves years later.
Yeah, he went and got him. Now they just need Noah back. He out indefinitely for the Knicks.
That nigga been trying to get bought out for about 3 years.
He should have been bought in, motherfucker. I don't know who the fuck they paid him.
The Knicks gave him that bread too.
That was Phil.
Phil fucked that up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shit. Well, there you go. There you have it. Shit, we're gonna see if.
That was go last. Your whole
what?
So that was your perfect topic.
What?
The Derrick Rose, man.
No, that wasn't my favorite topic.
Okay.
What do y'all think about Richard Sherman, man? He's out of Seattle.
I don't watch the NFL, so I don't know.
You
boycotting?
You still?
Yeah, I didn't watch the game either. So Tim, this is all on you, baby, because I didn't watch not one game.
But they getting rid of it make perfect sense because
they in the rebuild process, right?
Bennett, they got rid of Sherman, and then I was listening to something today was saying how like both of them was disruptive to the locker room with the whole politics thing and. Some assistants was like, man, they finally admitted like this is a distraction to the team, and with Achilles, like. He's not gonna be the same player. He getting up there in age as a cornerback. But somebody gonna pick him up again.
Yeah, I heard the Bears are actually interested in Sherman.
Of course, don't do that.
Of course,
I heard the Bears.
Let us just suck on our own, nigga. We don't need no other nigga come in and help us suck.
I don't know.
We wasting payroll to suck.
I didn't watch last season as well.
We brought in Orlando.
I ain't watched the last two.
I know y'all got Victor Cruz last year. And
they cut him, done.
Yeah, they cut him. Did he even last half of the season?
Nah.
They got rid of him early.
They got a good defense, though. They got a good running back. They got an offensive-minded coach now. I'm a Packers fan, so don't kill me in here. But.
No, I'm rolling with you.
That must be some St. Gregory shit, because this nigga right here be cheese-headed up every fucking Sunday doing football shit.
I went to college in Wisconsin because I spent a lot of my time at Mississippi before I came back here.
Makes sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Brett Favre is from Mississippi.
Yeah, and then when I came back, my junior year of high school, so I want to
I don't know lie. I just,
Did you have some Wrangler James, though, nigga?
Yeah, no Wrangler James. Nigga.
With the extra UV in the motherfucking cross area.
I ain't had no boot cut jeans. Well, I had some. They just weren't Wranglers, though.
All right. Well, shit, that was the sports, ladies and gentlemen. Shit.
So what was your lie?
I don't have a lie. I just rock with AR. I like AR. I like his. No, I like his. No, I like the Packers. I started watching the Packers.
If Aaron Rodgers went to the Patriots or the Bears or the fucking Bumblefucks and who knows where.
No, see, I don't really rock like that. I don't really rock like that because it's a lot of people that do that just to switch sports for a second. People do that with LeBron. I'm not gonna do that with LeBron. I still like Cleveland. If LeBron leaves Cleveland,
so if
AR leaves the Packers, I'm still gonna like the Packers.
So if they had Rex Grossman instead of AR like they initially wanted,
well, if
you would have been cool with that.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have liked that decision.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. So, hey,
I wouldn't have liked the decision of Rex Grossman, but hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, he took them to a Super Bowl, though.
Yeah.
They got smoked by the Patriots.
Did he take them, or did the defense take them?
Devin Hester took them. Yeah.
Stuttering ass nigga.
Yeah. But, yeah, so that's sports, man. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to finally enter into our actual interview part of this. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to knock all of the topics out first, just to try something different here on the show. So, Jason, we got you in here, brother.
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Did you miss me?
All right, now, before I actually found out that I actually knew this brother,
that's crazy,
okay,
man.
That is still crazy. Yeah. I remember hearing you. Was your brother on that with you?
Yeah, it was me and my brother on the
Brilliant Idiots. It was the Vanilla Isis episode from August.
Yes, sir.
And I'm listening to the episode now, not to discredit them or just discredit the process. It was still a great opportunity for y'all, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it felt like y'all part. Once y'all got in there, it was like 15 minutes, maybe roughly.
Yeah, I mean, we actually, because when we first got in there, we actually started the interview. I didn't even know that they were going to put it at the end of the interview.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like disappointing. So they kind of switched it around. But like they didn't really let us get in depth in the story and what we were trying to do.
Yeah.
And then if you notice, I was trying to get off everything. Like, I'm like,
he was rattling it off.
Like, I had to. Like, that's my mindset. Like, because I was going in there, like, you just never know how they were going to react to certain things. So, because he was like, how did this start? Mm-hmm. We got to talk about our sports agency and all of that other stuff. Because it was like, niggas got to know, like, we out here working.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but like you said, it was a great opportunity though. Like, a lot of people had started, following us and following up and reaching out and stuff after that. So
okay, But I was listening to the episode and I just was kind of like, damn, I would have liked to heard more. From them. You know what I mean? But before I even knew y'all was from Chicago, I'm like, these niggas sound like some college Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But but then I went and I found y'all on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I saw, I'm like, oh, these brothers from Chicago.
Yeah.
And You know, I just, you know, we talked on there, like you said, a couple of times about trying to get you on the show.
Definitely.
But, yeah, so I got a couple of questions I want to ask you. You know what I mean? So
let's get into it.
How did Cause for the Culture actually start?
So initially what happened was I was at a game night one night playing spades, you know, dominoes and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, it's time to do something different. And at the time, it wasn't nothing out like, you know, what we're doing now.
Right.
You know, so we was already doing the Martin T-shirts with the quotes to be like, you go girl and all of this other stuff and all these different Martin quotes, you know, the one-liners on the show. And at the point, I'm just like, man, since we doing that, I might as well try to see if we can do the trivia games. So, like, the next day, I'm just like, all right, I go home and get on Google and stuff like that, trying to figure out how to make the games. And, like, 2 weeks later, you know, I ordered the game and got one game in, put it on Instagram. And, you know, people in the comments like, all right, we need this. And, you know, we did a pre-sale and, you know, we sold, like, maybe, like, 200 games. You know, and at the time, we only had like 3,000 followers on Instagram, you know, and I mean, that's a lot, you know, a conversion of, you know, you don't have no website, you're not selling games. So we did that and it just started picking up steam from there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So what I wanted to know, first question is, why did you actually choose the Martin TV show to start the whole Cause for the Culture? I
mean, it's kind of this intuitive thing. Like, it's like, all right, if you're going to, you know, start something that you, like, really, like, passionate about. And I just happen to be passionate. I love Martin, you know, so it's like, when you get into a business, you just want to stay focused on something. Like, you don't want to, we could have did Martin, Fresh Prince, all this other stuff, but we were going for a particular group of people. And Martin is super popular. So you see all these Instagram pages with Martin videos and stuff like that. So I'm just like, all right, we see these people following Martin, you know, these Martin video pages. There's like 150,000 people, and it's like 3 different pages. So I'm like, all right, we can capitalize off this, and we can do these trivia games. And, you know, that's how we got into it. Even though we were doing the shirts first, but still, like, the trivia games is what really took us to the next level.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's how, you know, we went. We just said we was going to do something focused and start with Martin, build up our credibility amongst our consumers, and then we can do Fresh Prince. We could do a different world, and we could do all of these different other games. But, you know, you got to start somewhere.
Right.
The Martin thing was the big thing.
So, and that was what I was actually going to follow that up with. Was Martin always the original, like, go-to? Like, all right, we know for sure we're going to start it off with Martin. Or was it something else maybe that you said, we could probably start it off with this too, you know what I mean?
No, it was always the Martin thing, and then once it started taking off, then I was like, you know, I understand how people think. People will look at it and be like, damn, they doing the Martin thing. Well, we can do the Fresh Prince thing.
Right.
But see, I was, you know, you got to be quick with it. So I was like, all right, we're going to go do the Fresh Prince. Then we're going to go do this and we're going to do that. We started doing like 90s R&B. So we started doing different games so you can kind of select the games based on the type of people that you hang out with. Right. So I know me and my friends don't like Fresh Prince like that. I mean, we like it, but they don't know it like that. So I know if I go on our website, I'm not going to buy Fresh Prince. Like so we want to give people those options to base their selection on the type of people that they hang out with. So,
so when is M.A.S.H coming, nigga?
Nigga, we ain't doing no M.A.S.H.
I fuck with M.A.S.H.
That's dead. Like,
I fuck with the 4077.
You know what? M.A.S.H, they used to say M.A.S.H was the highest rated TV. Well, it was the highest rated TV show, but that's because niggas used to be falling asleep with it on because it came on after something that was popular. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like niggas was asleep.
Like I fuck with Hawkeye Klinger, nigga, the 4077, nigga.
You like the only dude I know.
I've heard M.A.S.H.
No, M.A.S.H was solid though.
I ain't going, man.
I've never got into M.A.S.H.
So you know, so okay. It's for the culture.
Yeah.
So are you ever gonna veer out of the culture and get like one for friends or some shit?
So what we did was, because you know, with the trademarking and the copyright thing with Friends and like Seinfeld and stuff like that, they was actually smart enough to copyright and trademark. But I didn't want to call Martin and them stupid or nothing like that. But back then in the 90s and stuff, merchandising wasn't that big of a thing. Now if you start a business, you getting into the merchandising and you trademarking.
Right.
Now, like, Martin and them don't own the trademark to the Martin show. Like, he don't own none of that stuff. And a lot of people don't know that. Like, so with the Martin Trivia logo and stuff like that and the trademark, we own that.
Right.
You know, because then nobody think that it was going to probably be at the level that it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, we was in conversations with, like, Martin. So we talked to Martin and his people, and what we found out was HBO actually owns the Martin show.
Okay.
They don't own the trademark, but they own the show. Okay. So, anything that has to do with Martin has to go through HBO. So,
I had a quick question. When you met up with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did that conversation go?
So it started on Instagram.
Was he cool with it? Because I remember I heard about he hit you with the eyes.
He hit us with the eyes on Charlamagne's page. You know what I'm saying? But then he sent the DM. He sent us a direct message on Instagram. He was like, "Man, I love what y'all doing. Send me the game." So we sent them the games and everything like that. But the only thing is like, he wants to be, because we've been in contact, like I said, with his lawyers and his people. He wants to be a part of it. But the fact that they don't own the Martin show is kind of it's hard to get them, in it. So we trying to work something out with like the people at HBO. But then we found out like everybody that was there initially, like they not even there no more, and like they don't even the people that's there now don't even really care about what we doing, So it's just like
that's your window.
Yeah, well, it was really like just licensing it, and
basically. So yeah, that's what we kind of at with it now, because we done already made enough money off of it where if we can get a licensing or something, then it's easier to get Martin to be a part of it, because then we could be like, all right, we can break you off. Right. Some of this, that we making off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
They give you the real window.
Yeah, like we really like in there. Like we was out at, in LA for All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, I remember
doing the sports agency stuff, and we actually went up to his lawyer's office and everything like that, and they was kind of giving us the rundown, like, all right, this is what y'all gonna have to do for y'all to make this happen. So then that's how we found out about the HBO thing, and that's how we started. We working with them to try to, get this stuff, get it rocking and rolling. Because if we get Martin to post our games, it's lights out. Yeah, like, it's over for everybody.
Put y'all on another level.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So,
all right. That being said, what is your earliest memory from the show?
Look, when we was kids, right, my grandmother was trying to boycott Martin because it was an episode when he had the Free Mike Tyson t-shirt on, and she was like, y'all not looking at this, because that was when Mike Tyson was going through like the rape case and everything like that. And my grandmother was like, man, I'm about to call up there and get Martin off TV. And that was my earliest memory of it. And we never looked at Martin again. We didn't start looking at Martin maybe until 2012. Like, that's when we really started getting back into the show. I bought the DVDs and everything. And that's actually when we made the first shirt. Like, we was going to this rap concert. We weren't a concert. It was like a showcase. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, damn, let's try to make some shirts and do something different. So I made the Damn It Gina shirt and a You Go Girl shirt. We posted it on Instagram. And, some people had caught wind of it, and straight to the moon. Pow!
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So outside of Martin, who is your favorite character from the show?
Varnell Hill. Did you miss me, Varnell Hill? Like, that was the best episode of Martin. Like the Varnell Hill Hollywood swinging episode when Martin went out to LA, when Varnell Hill came back to Detroit, when he was like really dissing Martin. Came on his show. Like he showed Martin up. Like he was showing Martin up. But I mean, the reason I like it so much is because it's so relatable. Because it's where Martin was. He was trying to be what Varnell Hill was. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all go through that struggle where you see people doing something you want to do, and you want to figure out how you want to get to that next level. Right. And that's what Martin was trying to find out. How can I get to the yams? Like, that's what he wanted to know. How can he get to where Varnell Hill was? And he wanted the cheat code. He didn't want to put in the work. That's why he was like, so how can I get there? And Varnell told him, you got to have faith. And Martin said, what's her number? So he wanted that, he wanted that quick roll. He didn't want to do the process. He just wanted the outcome.
He wanted to get it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people struggle with now. Process.
I was just going to say, what's your favorite Martin character outside of Martin?
I'm not a huge Martin fan like that. I know Black America go kill me.
They will kill you for that.
I mean, I grew up watching it. I know all the episodes, all that other good shit. I mean, I do like the midget episode, though. That shit was pretty funny.
Yeah, when they knocked Tommy's ass out.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of him. I mean, I like
Tommy was messing with the girlfriend or some shit, right?
Yeah. I do like a couple of Brutman episodes.
Oh, that's the Bushwick Bill episode. Oh, okay.
Motherfuckers pop up.
You knocked his ass out in the hallway. I'm going to drop you.
What was your favorite Martin character outside of Martin?
I don't necessarily have a favorite Martin character, but I have a favorite Martin episode.
All right, what's the favorite episode?
My favorite Martin episode is the episode when Tommy and Cole is trying to see who gonna be the best man. So they going out buying Martin all them gifts and shit. And them niggas is like standing in his crib and that nigga cut his toenail and that motherfucker went flying around the room. And hit Gina in the head.
Yeah.
The whack ass.
Man, Cole is a cool dude. You know, we did the Martin Trivia Live event here in December, and he was like, he hosted it he wasn't really the host. He was like the special guest and shit like that. I mean, he came on stage, came up there, did the bird sound, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Had the whole crowd going wild. So, but he
I was just about to ask how that process got started.
So we did one in Dallas that was super big. Had like 400 people came. And then the people at Cavassier, they saw some video of it and they reached out and was like, we want to put some money behind this. So Cavassier put up like 20 G's to help put our event together. Free liquor, photo booths, everything at the promontory in Hyde Park, the space and everything like that. And then one of the guys, I know him, he was like one of the guys is like best friends with my cousin, and he was like, I got y'all. And then he was like, I know Cole, and he reached out to him, and Cole was like, yeah, I'll do it, give me 6 G's. And they paid him to do it, and I mean, he came through. It was a blizzard, and we had like 500 people in the building in a blizzard in Chicago.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all do the next one in March, right?
That's not us though. That's a boot. That's somebody. So somebody stole. Obviously, we knew it was gonna happen, but So I mean, we could have sued them, but they're not charging for it. So they basically could spin it as if, all right, we just having a game night. But somebody was at our event and was like, damn, we could do this because they was naming drinks after characters and stuff like we did. So. But if ain't nobody stealing your stuff, then you ain't doing something right. You know what I'm saying? So, but what they don't realize is people they gonna have to spend money on our stuff anyway, for one. And then what people don't realize is when we do our trivia nights, like we don't even use the games that we sell. We create stuff specifically for that. So people don't think that they gonna come in based on something that they've already purchased before. Like we want to give them
come in thinking they gonna win.
Yeah,
we got a new game.
We got a new game. So now they using our games. People probably already bought it at home studying like A, B, C. That ain't no fun. So it's just like, but whatever. Yeah, it was one in Atlanta. It's one in Kentucky. Like niggas is really jacked it. Trying to jack it, but they can't do it the way we do it. We actually just talked to Cavassier yesterday. We doing one in New York on May 4th or 5th, whichever that first Friday is in May. So.
Okay, y'all gonna have a special host again for
Cole gonna do it so he been texting us like, man, when is the next one? Like he ready to get out here with us. So and he was like, whenever
that dealership thing.
Yeah, like he got a new show out. I saw him post on Instagram the other day. So I don't know nothing about it, but yeah.
Hey, should make y'all a part of the Martin reboot.
Everybody can use it.
Hey, that's what I said. I said he should at least had them games on this living room table. Like you got to
be on the show.
I should at least a walk by or something. Like
Tommy dead, nigga. They need somebody else on this motherfucker.
You know what? I was reading something. They was talking about having John Sally play Tommy.
I was just about to say if somebody.
I swear to God, yeah.
I think that's what you base the show on, though. If you're gonna bring everybody back, you bring it back with Tommy funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see nobody else trying to play Tommy.
Yeah.
No, he's dead for real, so you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see nobody else
like with
playing.
2.5 Men when they killed Charlie, but he wasn't really dead.
Ain't nobody else gonna have that, they ain't gonna be able to pull that off like
That's
that.
too funny. Yeah, man. So,
all right. Well, I got questions. So
let's go.
All right. Yeah. So, in your opinion, how important was the Martin show during Fox's Thursday lineup back in the day? Like back in the day on Thursdays, you had Martin,
New York Undercover.
You had Living Single.
I mean, that was back then. I mean, that's primetime TV. You know what I'm saying? Like that's people was actually sitting at home waiting to watch these TV shows because there wasn't no DVR. Like you got to sit at the crib like Martin coming on tonight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Rushing to the crib to make
now it's different now. Like you can DVR something, you can binge watch stuff now. Back then, what I mean? I think that's what made it great because it had that anticipation level. Where it don't have that now. You don't have I guess with Insecure in Atlanta, you have that because it's each week the show. But I mean, it was then it was important.
Right. So. All right. So if they do bring the show back, do you think they should What platform do you think it should be released on? Do you think it should be like?
I don't think they should do it, even though I know if they do it, it'll make our business bigger. But I mean, I don't think they should do it. I mean, if they do,
because it's been rumored, it ain't been confirmed by nobody yet. But you seen like the pictures, like you said, All-Star Weekend, they was getting together. You know what I mean? So everybody's thinking the show is gonna come back. But me personally, like I'm thinking, all right, if they are gonna bring this show back, how do you do it? Do you do it on traditional TV? Do you do it on a Netflix or Hulu type of platform? Or do you
gotta go back to traditional TV?
I think so too. Yeah,
this will be the first black platform because they did it with what's the Will and Grace.
Yeah,
Roseanne is coming back in a couple of months, and now you can bring back Martin. And I would prefer it come back on Fox so you get that second feel. Maybe you just like Roseanne, they brought Dan back. Like we clearly know Dan was dead for 2 seasons.
Yeah, right.
So same thing. Once you get the whole lineup back, like Queen Latifah ain't doing shit really.
Man,
don't get Living Single popping again. You can bring back Martin and then act like Torres didn't really die in that car explosion.
But yeah, like I mean, I agree. Like they should definitely do it on Fox. I couldn't imagine Martin being just coming on Netflix and I'm just sitting there for for a whole Friday watching it.
Yeah.
Like that's just don't do it for me. Like that don't resonate.
Are you reading Big C's question? Because he probably got questions for you, but you just not neglecting it because he ain't here today.
No, he ain't said nothing since we was talking about Drew Scully.
I told your husky ass to call out there shooting.
Yeah, but
he said he ain't no signal out there. He's in the fucking boondocks.
Yeah.
Not the boondocks, he in the sticks.
Because you got people that will sit there and binge watch it. You do 12, 13 episodes. You know what I'm saying? Drew's one of those type of viewers where if it's something he's into, he'll sit there and he'll watch the whole thing. So my thing was, all right, you've told us this. You told the listeners this. What are you talking about?
I know,
Mr. Super Dry? Look.
I just peeped that. So I'm just looking at the shirt like, oh, he got a Super Dry show.
So I'm just thinking, all right, I do agree that, like y'all said, it should probably be Fox, if anything.
Yeah.
But, Netflix or Hulu, they gonna throw that bag.
Hey man, Netflix got that bag.
Hulu's affiliated with NBC though, and like ABC, so
because they got the TGIF stuff.
They still with TV,
yeah.
So you can still go on TV and still be on Hulu like the next day,
yeah,
or if not later that night.
That's cool as long as
that could still work.
I can't go on there and look at all 10 shows at one time when they first come out. You know, like I don't want to do it
that way. Like,
I don't want to look at the whole season.
If you don't want to binge watch, you don't want people to consume your shit like that all in one setting. Just do it that way.
And it's not a binge watching show because the shows don't connect to the next episode.
Yeah,
right.
Shows are for shows that connect to the next episode.
Exactly. Each episode was independent. Like they was just their own thing. So that's a great point. Now I didn't really even think about it like that. Like when you look at like Atlanta and Insecure, it's like a whole connected thing. Whereas Martin,
it's not a season, it's a series.
Exactly. Like Martin, they might be 2 episodes that may connect, like the breakup episodes and the Barnell Hill episodes.
But that would make you want to binge watch it though, because they're not connected. But if they are connected, it was like, all right, shit, damn, I gotta watch next week.
Exactly.
It brings you in. So.
That's true.
I don't think I want to connect to Martin though.
Because it was so punchline heavy. Like when you think about Fresh Prince, it was more of a storyline to it, but Martin was like a punchline, like it's punchline comedy.
Yeah.
So like, if we were in that age group where you was consuming it and digesting it at that time,
right?
Who knows how you'd receive it?
Exactly. That's true.
We could have been looking at it like, damn, what's going to happen on Martin this week?
Yeah, and I mean we were younger, so we didn't really get it, at that time.
Because when did Martin come out? What was that, like
92? 97? 92?
No, Martin was like
97. It had to be like 94.
94.
Yeah.
Because I was at least 7.
Damn, he was 7 when Martin?
Yeah, nigga. I couldn't wait to stay up late on Thursday nights, nigga.
You know this nigga shit? He was Martin's son, nigga. He was that nigga.
Sorry I lied to you, Martin. I still want to go to Arizona.
Sorry I lied to you, Martin.
I wish I was a disrespectful nigga I used to be. I'd have poured this whole
Why my chair just break and go down? What the fuck up with this chair?
See, that's karma for your ass.
Yeah, hey, this shit don't happen at GCI.
That's karma. That's straight karma.
All right, so with Cause for the Culture, what has been the overall reception, from the public? Like,
I mean, honestly, if you ask me, I would put us in the top 3 of card games, trivia game business. Like, I would definitely put us there. You think about it, we got a lot of celebrities that had posted our stuff. I mean, Charlemagne was one of our partners. We did a partnership deal with Charlemagne. We had Chris Paul post our stuff. We had Baller Alert post our stuff. We had Blavity. So, I mean, the general reception of it has been amazing. You know what I'm saying? And like I just said, like I would honestly put us up there, one of the biggest card game businesses, trivia game businesses out there.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
What's up with this house party, though?
Man,
and y'all actually got a house party.
I know y'all.
Yeah, we would like. So what we was doing? So we waiting because at first we had took like House Party and Fresh Prince in a different world off of there. Because all right, so this is what happened with that. So when we did our partnership deal with Charlemagne and his people, they will worry like, all right, y'all might get sued or something like that because they didn't understand the process. So we were like, all right, we'll just take that off if that's gonna make y'all feel comfortable. But now, we was just like after the partnership kind of, was over at the end of the year, we was like, man, fuck it. Like, we gonna go do our thing. So we bring in Fresh Prince, A Different World, Coming to America, Friday, and all the rest of those, and even House Party back. So we just put in an order for those to come back, and we getting back in the bag, even though we was doing fine without them. But a lot of people kept saying we need them games, and
right.
Supply and demand. We got to get the people what they want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's coming back. Yeah.
You gonna venture into movies? I know House Party's a movie, but you got to get that Nino Brown G.
Yeah. So what we working on now is what we call the Black Cinema Edition, because we got a TV show Big Box, so it'll have like the TV show Big Box. It got like Living Single. It got what else?
I think y'all got Jamie Foxx in there.
Jamie Foxx, the Wayans brothers, all of those. Because I mean, with those shows, even though a lot of people watched it, it's just better off as a combination thing than on his own.
And on his own.
Yeah. So we got that. So now we're gonna have the Black Cinema, which will have like New Jack City, Juice, all of those type of movies in there too. So, it's just a lot of it is supply and demand, where people be like, all right, we need that. We
So as a fellow House Party fan, what would be an example question?
Let's see. I mean, it's with the House Party, they just fact-based questions like, what was the name of the cops that pulled them over, like some
boys,
yeah, so like those are the type of questions. Okay. But I mean, we veering out of the fact-based questions and more towards opinion-based questions. So like on our Instagram, if you notice, we posting these opinion-based questions that'll be like, which one of the following TV shows gotta go? So why we started doing that is because our big thing was bringing people together, but increasing the interaction. And you increase the interaction by having these debate questions. So it'll be, which TV show gotta go? Fresh Prince, Cosby Show, A Different World, or Martin. And everybody's answer is going to be different. And then that's how you create a conversation and create a debate around these different things. So it'll be that like with TV shows, movies, R&B, rap, and stuff like that. So that's kind of the direction that we're going in now is more opinion-based than fact-based. Because, I mean, with the fact-based, you only can play those a certain amount of time.
Right.
Whereas with the opinion-based, you bring two people in, it changes the whole dynamic of the conversation and the interaction that you're having with people.
You're going to have furniture flipped up in somebody's fucking house tomorrow.
Man, I'm telling you, with our opinion-based games, man, people be arguing.
You think about it, like you be asking, like, what was the best show on Thank God It's Friday?
TGIF,
fucking Family Matters, Corey Matthews, what the fuck was that shit called? Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Exactly.
What's that shit when nigga was sleeping in the van and shit?
You got Hanging with Mr. Cooper was on there. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was part of TGIF. So like that's what we going with it. That's what we at with it now.
You go super throwback, you got Perfect Strangers.
That too. Dinosaurs was on there too.
Balky, nigga?
Yeah.
That was filmed in Chicago.
Yeah, that's when they first did it.
Yeah, so
damn nigga. Put about some fucking Spencer behind it.
Man. All right, so what's the second best selling game y'all got?
Our game called Pregame. That's our opinionated game. That's the opinion based game. Yeah, so Pregame is there. Then Trap Trivia is second, and then it's
how does Trap Trivia go?
So Trap Trivia is just it's a rap based game. Like so it'll ask like which Gucci Mane song gotta go, which T.I. album is the best album, or stuff like that. It's an opinion based game, but it's based mostly on trap music. I mean, it has some nice
like the album. I gotta pick T.I.
Yeah. But I mean, it got some like '90s rap music and some New York stuff, but it's mostly trap, music. So Lil Wayne songs and albums and stuff like that.
What would be considered '90s trap music?
No. I'm saying no. It's not '90s trap music. I'm saying it got '90s music, like which Jay-Z song gotta go or something like, or album. We just kind of add a variety to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are our top ones right now. Everybody is into the opinion based joints because niggas love arguing.
All right. So, is the opinion based games your favorites, or what would be your favorite game y'all got so far?
My favorite one outside of obviously Martin, it would be our opinion based games. Because I mean, it's like I said, like I take this game and I go hang out with different people. Mm-hmm. It's a different conversation. But you're
not getting off one card with that, really, right? Because think about it, when the opinion is opinion, so nobody's ever gonna have a fact on the opinion.
Exactly.
Versus when you're playing the game, when you obviously have like A, B, and C,
right?
You pick the correct answer.
So with the opinion game, so it's a drinking element to it. So let's say for instance we playing in this, which one of these TV shows got to go, and if it's like you fall in the minority, you got to take a shot or something like that. So that's where that's an important part of the game. Okay. And then we figured out ways where you can keep score too, if that's what you're trying to do. But if you the person that's in the minority, we gonna ask you how the hell you pick. Martin got to go versus all of these, and you got to explain, and then that's when the conversation start going.
Nigga, I could defend M.A.S.H.
I mean, yeah. But that's good though. But that creates the conversation, and people gonna be looking at you like you out your fucking mind.
It was the Vietnam War, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah. So.
We saw bad presidents, man. We still had it.
Nigga, ain't shit better than M.A.S.H.
We still had it.
This guy, man.
You don't act like I didn't watch no. I watched Benny Hill.
I watched M.A.S.H, man. I know what you're talking about.
All right, so I think we covered what my next question was going to be. Actually, what's next for Cars for the Culture? I think you kind of answered that question.
Yeah, we kind of So I mean, we got a bunch of games. We've been working on more like original games. We got a game coming out called Culturally Awkward Cars. Y'all ever play Cards Against Humanity?
Yeah.
So it's a game. So what we did was, because what people got to realize is when I played the game, I was like, all right, this game is pretty cool, but it don't really speak to me and our people. So what I did was I made a different version of it. I ain't make no better version of it. I didn't make the same. I made a different version of it because I started learning that people don't want a better version of something. They want a different version of it. So what I did was I made these cards where it's like these quotes. So it'll be like quotes from celebrities, from like Jay-Z, Will Smith, and you fill in a blank with like this offensive. So how D. Ray McKesson will be like, I love my blackness and yours, but it's like, I love my blackness and blank. But then in your hand, you got these kind of offensive, rude, shady, funny, responses in your hand. Mm-hmm. And we just kind of made it different. But it's stuff that we talk about on social media, language that we speak. Okay. So I put it out last week, and I'm like, damn, I need 1,000 emails before I bring it out. In 2 days, we got 1,000 emails. So I'm going to order it and put it out. And I mean, honestly, that's going to be our biggest game. Okay. Like, that's going to be our biggest game. So, yeah, that's where we at with it right now. Yeah.
All right. Now, before we end this thing, how did the Insecure game come about? Like, and have you been able to meet Issa Rae or any of them?
No, we ain't really got to meet them yet. But when we was doing the game, like people, because we had put up a post one day, like which game y'all want us to come out with next, and I mean a large following of our base of women. Mm-hmm. And they was like, y'all got to do the Insecure. Y'all got to do the Insecure.
Okay. And because when I was looking at it, like I was like, all right, Insecure kind of early in the game, so I'm like, how they basing? How did the research process go for that?
Yeah, I mean, shit, hopped on Netflix. I mean, on HBO. And watch the episodes and just put it together. Because I mean, we wouldn't have did it if the people didn't tell us to do it. Mm-hmm. And then so what people are doing is when Insecure come back, they be having these Insecure parties. So people get the game, play the game before whenever the episode come on, and that's how it came about. And
because I was for that because I haven't played that game, but that's a good debate game because it's like his name Lance, right?
Yeah.
Is Lance right?
Lawrence, yeah.
Or is Lawrence right for doing what he did on Issa?
And you know what? That's crazy that you said that because we did that. Well, some of them are fact based, but then we got these questions where it's like these opinions where people, you know, like who is the better one to date, Issa or Tasha or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we just want to create conversation about, you know, the show and everything like that. So
it's a great way to put the phone down.
That's what it's about. Like niggas,
you don't pick up your phone while you're playing these games because you're not fucking Googling.
You don't. Yeah, you know, checking social media or nothing like that unless you taping everybody playing in the debates and stuff like that. But yeah, like that's the thing. Like, you know, to disconnect for that for a couple hours or something like that. So,
Word. All right, Jay. Well, thank you for coming through, man. Get the people your social media information. Man.
Shoot, on Instagram, you can find us at the Trivia Library. You know, that's for the trivia games, and then you can find us on at Republic and Company. That's where we just kind of showcase everything, shirts. You know, we doing like marketing videos and the card games. You know, that's where our largest following is at. On Facebook, Cards for the Culture. On Instagram, well, I just said Instagram. On Twitter is at Republic and Co. And then my personal Twitter is I am Jason Gray, and I be on there talking shit all day pretty much. Yeah. You know, with my peoples, you know, so yeah, that's where you can find us at, man. And the website is cardsfortheculture.com. You know, that's where it's at. Go on there, it's a buffet full of trivia games.
All right. Y'all had anything else y'all want to cover? We Gucci?
Nigga, but I'm about to go into my outro, nigga.
Hey. The takeover.
This is big, bro. You can't do that with
I came on with big.
You gotta end with big, bro. You being disrespectful.
Everybody, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 59 of the Shovanist Pigs podcast. We are out of here.
To wrap over this shit. There would have been no takeover big or late. Because we're going to catch in the morning.
Yo, this is Rollo. You can find me on Twitter at Broke Nigga Ron Chauvinist Pigs, and on Instagram on the Chauvinist Pigs.
What's up? This is Old Man Logan. Find me on IG at Old Man Logan 83. Find me on Twitter at Nomi Media Group. Believe that.
Catch me at Shy Guy 705, Twitter, IG, all the other good shit.
What up? This Big Crown right here. You can follow me on Twitter at Big Crown Music, Instagram at Chauvinist Pigs, Facebook at Ken Smith.